They called it the biggest crypto massacre in history. In less than 6 hours, $19 billion disappeared, gone, like it never existed. Bitcoin free fell, altcoins melted, and somewhere in the chaos, a single whale made $200 million. Perfectly timed. Donald Trump drops one post, and suddenly, the entire market implodes. Coincidence? Or a scripted event planned by people who knew exactly what was coming? This wasn't just a crash, it was a global reset. And if you think you're safe just holding, think again. Because what's coming next could make this look like the warm-up. Let's uncover who really pulled the trigger behind the 19B crypto crash, before it happens again. They called it the biggest crypto massacre in history. In less than 6 hours, $19 billion disappeared. Gone, like it never existed. Bitcoin free fell, altcoins melted, and somewhere in the chaos, a single whale made $200 million, perfectly timed. Donald Trump drops one post, and suddenly, the entire market implodes. Coincidence? Or a scripted event planned by people who knew exactly what was coming? This wasn't just a crash, it was a global reset. And if you think you're safe just holding, think again. Because what's coming next could make this look like the warm-up. Let's uncover who really pulled the trigger behind the 19B crypto crash, before it happens again. It all started with one post, a single message from Donald Trump that sent shockwaves through every market on Earth. He announced a 100% tariff on all Chinese imports, and within minutes, Wall Street panicked. Now imagine this. At the same time, China had just restricted rare earth exports, materials used in everything from iPhones to fighter jets. Two global superpowers throwing punches, and crypto got caught in the middle. Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything. They all felt the impact instantly. This wasn't just politics. It was a chain reaction that showed how deeply connected money, power, and technology have become. And once the dominoes started falling, there was no stopping the storm. The truth is, the market was already a ticking time bomb. Over $94 billion in open interest. Traders stacking leverage on leverage, chasing fast money like it would never end. But when prices started to slip, everything unraveled in minutes. Stop losses failed, exchanges froze, and one liquidation triggered another. A brutal chain reaction that erased $19 billion in just a few hours. It became the largest wipeout in crypto history, a reminder that greed always comes before gravity. I've seen it happen before. People borrowing too much, thinking they're smarter than the market. But when the tide goes out, you see who's swimming naked. This time the ocean was red. When the crash hit, the system itself started breaking. Binance, Coinbase, Robinhood, all the platforms millions rely on, began freezing, lagging, or just refusing to execute trades. Stop-loss orders didn't trigger. Portfolios got trapped. Panic spread faster than the price could fall. What should have been a normal 15% correction turned into a complete market meltdown. Imagine watching your screen as Bitcoin plunges. And there's nothing you can do but refresh and pray. That's exactly what happened to thousands of traders that day. Technology is supposed to protect us, but in those few hours it became the problem, amplifying fear, chaos, and the sense that no one was really in control. Then came the part that made everyone's jaw drop. Just minutes before Trump's post, one massive crypto whale placed a series of perfectly timed short trades and walked away with nearly $200 million in profit. That's not luck, that's precision. Blockchain analysts traced the wallet back to an early Bitcoin holder, someone who's been around since 2011. So the question is, how did they know? Was it brilliant foresight, or a whisper from someone inside the political loop? Now, legal experts and regulators are demanding answers, calling for a full investigation. Because if even one person had advanced knowledge of that announcement, this crash wasn't just a coincidence, it was a setup. For many retail investors, this crash felt brutal. Accounts wiped, dreams crushed, confidence shattered. But here's the truth no one likes to hear. The market needed this. It was a psychological reset. A clean sweep of over-leveraged traders and get-rich-quick gamblers chasing overnight profits. I've seen this pattern for years. Every bull run begins right after the weakest hands are shaken out. Painful? Absolutely. Necessary? Even more so. Because what's left now is real conviction, not hype. This reset cleared the noise, leaving only those who understand that wealth in crypto, just like in life, isn't built in days. It's built through patience, discipline, and long-term vision. Altcoin believers took a heavy hit this time. Most major tokens dropped 20 to 40%, and suddenly everyone ran back to Bitcoin, the safe haven in every storm. But here's the thing, altcoin season isn't dead, it's just on pause. The next wave won't lift everything blindly like before. It'll be smarter, more selective, led by projects with real-world value, strong utility, and institutional trust. Think AI-driven ecosystems, tokenized assets, and ETF-backed coins like Solana and XRP. This crash filtered out the noise and hype, forcing investors to focus on fundamentals again. So if you're patient and strategic, the next rally could reward those who think beyond trends and invest in what truly lasts. Right now, the entire crypto market is basically being held hostage by politics. Every tweet, every headline about the US-China trade war sends prices swinging like a roller coaster. If Trump decides to ease his 100% tariff threat before the November 1st deadline, we could see a massive rebound, fast and sharp. But if tensions keep rising, that optimism could vanish just as quickly. It's a strange reality. One man's post can move trillions of dollars. For traders and long-term investors alike, this is a reminder. Macro matters. You can study charts all day, but if you ignore geopolitics, you're only seeing half the game. What most people see as destruction, smart investors see as a clean slate. With all the leverage wiped out and the greed reset, the market is finally breathing again. This is the moment when patience pays off. History shows it. Every major washout, from 2018 to 2020, has sparked a new era of long-term wealth creation. Now the foundation is stronger, the noise is gone, and opportunities are hiding in plain sight. If you've been waiting for the right time to position yourself for the next bull cycle, this is it. Because fortunes aren't made in the hype. They're built quietly, right after the storm, when everyone else has stopped paying attention. If you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, this crash should be more than a wake-up call. It's a roadmap. Stop chasing hype and start building systems that pay you automatically. Learn how staking, yield farming, and automated crypto income can work while you sleep. I've coached people who thought they were too late to start online. Yet within months they built digital assets earning more than their jobs. In 2025, the winners won't be the fastest. They'll be the most consistent. So instead of reacting to every chart, focus on creating income streams that last. Because wealth isn't built by prediction. It's built by discipline, patience, and smart automation. The truth is, the bull market isn't over. It's simply evolving. Every crash feels like the end, but in reality, it's just a transfer of wealth. From those who panic to those who are prepared. The people who stay calm, think long-term, and keep building their strategy will come out stronger. This is how real financial freedom begins. Not in moments of hype, but in times of uncertainty. So take a breath, zoom out, and remember, every reset creates room for growth. If you invest wisely and use automation to your advantage, the next wave of opportunity won't just pass you by. You'll be riding it straight to the future. This crash shocked millions. But remember, every storm clears the path for new beginnings. If this video helped you see the bigger picture, take a moment to hit that like button. It tells YouTube you value real insight, not fear. Share this with someone who needs to understand what's really happening behind the charts. And if you want to stay ahead of the next market move, not chase it, subscribe and turn on notifications. Because here we don't just react to the news, we learn how to profit from it. Stay smart, stay calm, and I'll see you in the next video, where we keep building wealth the strategic way.